So I'm on the north side of the mesa now. We haven't done a video here yet on this tour. And I'm going to just mention some ideas about it. So here's where we're at. Nexus and the volleyball court are that way, right? There's this odd young group of trees in here, which is actually its own thing, and that's fairly recent, so I don't know what to think about that. The gate's over here, the colored gate. And this is a really nice spot right in here. We've planted some magays, it looks like. I see that some have lived. That's wonderful. As long as they're big enough they can get above the oak leaves, then they tend to live. There's another one over there. This is really a sweet spot. It's off on the edge, which is cool. And in the past, I've thought about having people cross down into the Bronx here on foot. In fact, they do that. You can see there's a trail here. They used to cross over there, and I don't like them crossing right here. I don't like it. So I should change what their options are in the design of the place. I believe there's a spot up there where I've already got a trail dug in on this slope that's above the Bronca crossing. It's a really nice spot, actually. And I could have them cross down into that. I don't know. I can improve that trail. Oh, man. A lot of walking around. It's a nice spot. The unfortunate thing is that I really want to bulldoze down a whole bunch of land up there and flatten it out. Because this is sloped enough that it's not totally useful, and so I want to terrace it, kind of. But the best thing to do is to get a very large flat spot. And I think that's what I'll do up there. This is the north part of the mesa near the Barranca. And I would do that after I had permission to take that dirt and fill in the Barranca and make a crossing over into the adjacent land. And that would be even better after I bought it, which I don't have resources to do. But I would love to buy that piece of land. It would be so cool. The Barranca is one of the most important attributes of this whole property, ecologically in various ways and in terms of aesthetics as well. So it'd be great to have more, places where I control both sides of the Barranca. That would be a huge change up there, and it would probably only would do it if I was going to build a fairly large building up there. And I have to get good at this design, the set of design principles I have for architecture, and figure out how I would build really great buildings. I've written about it, I've done some videos, but I need to work with some architects to make an open source design for the best kind of building in the world, with every system being absolutely perfect by my standards, which are different than others. God damn, it's a nice spot. Yeah, flattening stuff seems to be a big thing. Like, there's a nice flat spot right here. If we just got rid of some grass and you could sit right here, I could sit right here. I need some chairs around if I'm going to walk around. I need to rest. And all these trees in here, every one of them, is coming up after I cut all the pines in here. So I did the same thing that I did over at the View. And I could top them off like I did over there. But, I'd rather just see this chaos happen, see what happens, not really mess with it. And I got to pull some nopales out of here that I'm growing because they're going to get shaded out, I used this area as a nopal reproduction area for the nopal cactus. But what's impressive to me is that, all of these trees were not planted here. That's absolutely critical. And that's why I have the idea of reforesting via making small groves rather than planting thousands of trees. It's less investment, and the goal is that the tree makes more trees. You just reduced your amount of work immensely. Right, it's like, it could be like 15-20% of the work if you did it the right way. Reforestation, I mean. So this is just absolutely beautiful to me. And I don't know what's going to happen. They all started at the same time. They had a blank slate. There's a great mix in here of capulene, madrone, pine. Capuline's black cherry, pine, the curvy, cool madrone trees, and oaks. Oaks, the king of the forest. And they're growing up fast. And if I don't do anything about them, they'll actually end up shading other things out. So it is tempting to top this one too, but I've got my topping experiment over there. This one over here, I could top or not. The thing is, if you're going to top the trees, you got to do it when they're young. Once they get too big, it really gets a lot more dangerous. And so this method that I'm experimenting with, it takes a long time to get the feedback on it, on what's going to happen and if it works. I can't imagine why it wouldn't. I wouldn't be doing it if I did. But like all this shit in here is great land. But now, I mean, before you could just walk in it because it was all pines, and now you can't go through it, which is great. I mean, there's more habitat, better for wildlife. But like, this is totally, I haven't even thought about it. I haven't even thought about this whole grove. So, good Lord. Well, it's not going to hurt to just let everything grow. They'll compete. Some things will win. Oh, here's a spot where we could cut out this harachina here, cut out this harachina, and then clear out these branches, and somebody could actually park here with their tiny RV. It's barely big enough, but it could be. So cleaning up on the mesa, RV spots would actually be really great. Especially, I think there's some we could do near Bliss. That would be, I think people would love it. Yeah. And in this area here, this could be cleared really easy, and it's enormous. And whatever it is, I don't know, but it's a little plaza, you know? And then flattened. It should be flat. Everything that people use should be flat. There's another spot up here. Oh, there's a bunch of them. So yeah, we should just start making little tiny alcoves off roads too. I don't know what for, but they're useful. So